Hey, it's Erin, and this is week 4 of my contest prep going into the Arnold Classic South Africa. This week, I'm sharing a back and abs workout with you. The goal for this workout is to rev the metabolism, maintain muscle mass, and burn calories. I don't typically do abs, but I'm adding abs in just to keep my heart rate up. Let's get started. Let's start the workout with T-bar rows. I love starting workouts with a couple of exercises that really push me, and T-bar rows is one of them. It's a great compound movement, and you can basically train any angle of the back depending on how you're leaning. Today, I'm choosing to lean at about a 45-degree angle. Notice that from my hand to my elbow, I'm keeping a straight line. You always want to think about this part of your body during doing a pull as being the anchor to the weight, that this is simply part of the weight and that you're going to pull through the elbow. I love this exercise for building thickness in the back, which looks really nice on stage. So 5 sets of 8 here with about 45 seconds to a minute in between. This should pretty well gas you. I know it gassed me. I'm getting a little bit closer to stage time, so as you get leaner, you'll notice that your recovery time takes a little bit longer. Next, we're going to be doing a V-bar pull down. I really like the neutral grip. Same idea with the pull. Want to try to keep your hands to your elbows, one straight line. So don't bend at the wrist, don't torque your forearms, pull straight through the back. Try to rotate those shoulder blades back and down. And here I'm trying to get my 8 reps, my 5 sets of 8. If I start to fatigue, if I'm not able to perform the lift properly, if I feel my traps starting to kick in, I'm just going to go a little bit lighter on that weight, get those reps in, make sure I get that mid-rep pause, and keep that mind-muscle connection. Back, it's so important to really squeeze those shoulder blades together and really feel the lats working rather than feeling the shoulders or feeling the traps working, because those have a real big tendency to take over. So 5 sets of 8 here. Just making sure I'm getting all the reps in and I'm pushing myself as hard as possible on these first 2 exercises. That's one of the keys here because it's going to help you rev your metabolism post-workout, which is what we're looking for. Next, we're on to hammer strength. This is kind of a pull down. And at this point, I want to keep my heart rate up. I'm going to go a little bit. So the last 1 to 2 reps here are pretty difficult for me still. So there's never really a point up until the last week where I am not pushing or pulling weight as heavy as I possibly can. And I think that's one of the goals to maintaining muscle is to really push yourself and to know how far you can push yourself. So here, work yourself in this example. Machines are really great for being able to go as heavy as safely possible because it limits the use of stabilizer muscles and allows you to self-spot or spot yourself with the machine. So back, it's really tough to get a good back workout at home. You can do it with resistance bands, but here at the gym, I typically start with something free weight and kind of crazy and then move on to machines as I start to fatigue, especially as I get closer to my contest. So the goal here is to keep the heart rate up. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some rope crunches. I don't typically do abs. With sprints, it works a lot of obliques. I really like the sleek look of abs on stage just being lean. There's a tendency to build the abs to make them pop more. So if you're looking to make your abs pop more, definitely add some weight to that and you can do abs. But as you start to get leaner, your abs will pop on their own just because you're decreasing the amount of body fat. So here again, I'm just to burn some calories, trying to keep my heart rate up throughout the workout. This is going to help me do less cardio, less steady state cardio, which is the goal because I want to try to maintain muscle and I don't like getting on that treadmill. So you're going to see I'm going from machine to machine, keeping that heart rate up. And here's a hammer strength row, doing a little bit of a wide grip and keeping my elbows out. And what this is going to do is it's going to hit the rear delts a little bit more. I like to work on the upper back. And the upper back, when it's developed, helps create the appearance of a smaller waist, which is awesome for everyday life, looking like a superhero, and it's awesome for on stage. So try not to work too much of those lower lats as they have a tendency to tie in right on the waist and can make the waist look thicker. So it's just a matter of what your preferences are and what you're training for. Back to abs. So this is a crunch machine. Nothing too crazy here. Just trying to not crank the neck down and just trying to focus on crunching those upper abs, just trying to get them a little bit more defined. Again, burning some calories. The goal here is to incorporate a lot of exercises so I keep the heart rate up. And this is essentially my cardio for the day. So I might take 30 to 45 seconds in between the back ab compound set. So great exercise for working the center of the abs. Also, obliques are kicking in a little bit here too. So, and it'll gas you, definitely. I'm doing about 15 reps here and about 12 reps on the rows. At this gym, the machines are fairly close together, so it's very easy to superset. If you don't have ab machines next to the back machines, go ahead and jump rope for 30 seconds, or do planks, or do Russian twists. So anything to keep that heart rate up. Onto a wider grip cable pull down. I really love these, and these can be done on the single cable, one arm at a time. But these are awesome for building the upper lats. And this is where you create that kind of cobra look, which also makes the waist look smaller. So the goal here in the last couple of exercises has been to build and define the upper lats. So with this, you can vary your grip. So if the overhand grip is something that's not as comfortable, go ahead and do a neutral grip. You can even do an underhand grip. However you feel it. Check yourself in the mirror or have them record you, because the back, especially when you're first starting out, is a muscle group that's very hard to connect to mentally. So it's important to know what you're pulling with and to really pull with the intended muscle group. Because here you could pull your shoulders up and start pulling with the traps, and that's obviously not going to build you those big lats. Here I'm doing some V-ups on the bench, again, just to keep the heart rate up. Works the lower abs, also works the hip flexors, and it's doing a pretty good job of getting the cardio in at the same time. So 4 sets here, doing about 25 V-ups and 12 of those lat pull downs. Onto a straight arm push down. I like to lean at about a 45-degree angle and imagine that I'm pushing the bar to just below my knee. And what this does is it kind of creates a really nice arc that helps to focus on the upper lats, almost right under the arm. And you can see where it's working right under the arm. And that helps build thickness in that area, which again is going to help make your waist look smaller. But this angle I've found has been the best for me for really activating the lats. So I'm going to do 4 sets of 12 here. And again, it starts to get really tough on back day, especially those last couple reps. Pull through and stay mindful. Onto Russian twists. So 20 reps each side, work those obliques, and we're done. So that was the back workout. Stay tuned, shoulder workout coming up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, train hard, y'all.